Hi everyone, it's Rachel here and I'm back with the 100-day project, and today is day 80 and the request was from my sister Sarah, Indian textiles, so inspired by Indian textiles. So obviously, well, of course I could think about their trims and stuff, but also I'll just pull one out there, block print fabrics. So I have these antique Indian wood blocks for stamping fabrics, and so all I pre-did it because otherwise it makes too much of a mess. I wouldn't be able to cope. So and you've seen these blocks before when I did my first Arteza project. So I just got some acrylic paint and put it on a plate, and then just got one of those sponges and just sponged some paint on and then just stamped on the papers. So they're nice and dry now. I made a boo-boo there. So they are, it does come through a little bit, but I mean, these could be pages in a journal. So I don't really know what I want to make, but I'm thinking we might combine them with some fabrics. And I'm also thinking, now let me just see where it is. Is it this one? The other one. Oh my goodness. Sorry guys, now everything wants to fall on the floor. I'm pulling out I think I've got my Medieval Mirage here. Yes, and she's got beautiful Bohemian kits. And so I thought I might combine them with those. Let me just pull them out. But I don't know what I want to make, as usual. So we might just wing it, which is also as usual. There's quite a few. Oh, here's some more. Medieval Bohemian. Okay, so that's those. And of course, I could pull out any others of her kits, and they would be fabulous. Oh, so I'm already looking at this now. What's in here? I don't think I've used much of this one. Oh, I see. They're meant to be. Oh no, that's meant to be a colour. Oh, and different spines. Now, where do they go? So this is medieval, Bohemian papers. Okay, I didn't really write anything else down. But let me just have a look here. So that's meant to be a spine for what? I don't think I printed them out. That's already got a spine. Oh, this is really getting me going. But that doesn't have a spine. Well, I don't think I printed them out. Okay. I don't think I want to make one that big anyway. Just let me see what else I've got here. See, I did do the project for my sister for Christmas, and I need to probably reprint some more out because I used a lot of it. And you know that, Bohemian for me is a little bit difficult. But what I'm thinking is maybe we'll make the start of something little. I think I might cut this out. Put those over there. The blue one. Where's my little cutter? Over there. Okay. We'll just trim this down. Now, I might change my mind. I'm just going to see. So I'm going to get my little scoreboard that Wendy sent me. I should buy a bigger one too, because the little one's great for little things like this. but it'd be good to have a big one as well. So I can just see there. I don't know you know how there's a certain way you're supposed to do it. You just slide that over there. I'm very bodgy at this. I don't normally do it. Just gonna score it a little bit. And oh look, I did 2. Put my creases in. I can make a little mini inspired by Indian Fabrics book. It's very mini, isn't it? Can't get many pages in there. So I don't usually use these things, do I? So what I might do, which could be cool, is I'm not going to use this fabric, but I want to have some I know, where is it? Over here, under my mess. Over here. Do I want that one? No, I want this one. I want some of this one. I'm actually going to glue that down. So I'm going to grab my Giotto glue stick. Get glue everywhere. This is the bodgiest crafting thing I've ever done. There's a person making a whole lot of noise out the back there. I don't know what they're doing. I had to shut my window. Right, so we're going to put that there. And then I'm going to glue this down. Where will I glue it? And then I'm going to have it just overhanging, you see. That's the idea. Whether or not it'll work. Okay, you just glue down on there. You'll flatten it out. Flatten it out. There we go. I'm probably off screen. Right, and then now I'm not going to trim it right down yet. I'm just going to vaguely trim around it. And then I need to do, goodness knows what I'm doing here. Then I need to do a lining. Now, my lining, well, it could be this, could be super nice in there. So when you open it, you get the Indian, oh, wouldn't that be nice? Or otherwise, I thought this paper that I painted inspired by the Indian fabric block printing. No, I think I'll do the fabric. So I do think now I probably need to put some glue, wet glue on there for that. But anyway, let's just cut down our piece. Gosh, I love these fabrics. It's upside down. This is a very, very improvised project. I should put it on top, then I can see. I'm going to be more, will I be so abundant? Maybe I don't want to be so abundant. I think I'll get it off the big piece and then I'll be more precise. Unless I were to glue, let me just think about this. So if I were to glue that on there, and then I could have that overhanging as well. No, I think I want only that one overhanging. So I'm just going to trim off. I'm going to leave about half, I think that's about 1/2 centimetre around, and that will fray slowly. I do have a little bit of white there. I don't like that. I'll get rid of that. I mean, it's already stuck down really well. Okay, so that's that, and then I need to line it with this. So let's just, I think I might have to trim that bit off. So why don't I know what I'll do. I'm going to just do a nice straight fold here. Straightish, I should say. And then I'll just cut. Or maybe I can tear it. I know it doesn't like to be torn, this fabric. I mean, if I got my rotary cutter, that would be good, but it's always blunt, my rotary cutter, so I don't use that so much. It's always blunt, I can guarantee you. Doesn't matter how often I change the blade, it goes blunt straight away. I don't enjoy using it, so that's why I never do. So if you get a fabric pack from me, it's very badly cut. My mum would tell me off if she saw how badly I cut things, but my rotary cutter really does drive me bananas. I just, yeah, spend more time fussing about it than not. So I like to do my approximate cutting. So just making a little booklet here. Maybe it could be a little something. Oh, it's probably a bit deep, the spine, for it to go into a journal. But if you're not, like, you know, too concerned about being precise, then you can just do what I'm doing. Just fold it over, more or less, and cut it out. Knowing that it won't be perfect. But once it's stitched, oh, that's a bit crooked, we'll just trim that off a bit more. Once it's, you know, you've glued it down and stitched it, it'll be okay, I think. Methinks. Okay, so, of course, I've left my brush for the glue in the other room, haven't I? And Missy has gone into the shower. Let me see if I've got one here. Here's one. Although, look what I just found. A big one. I do have a big one. Will I use that? I think you guys will just flop on the ground, me using that, because I didn't think I had a bigger brush, and I do. And I use the little brush for the big projects, and I'm using the big whopping brush for the little project. So how about that? There's some good logic, and I can hardly even get it into my glue. Just going to paint some glue in here. Which is not easy feat, because I've got the cheesecloth, the tightly woven cheesecloth on there as well. So it's soaking in. But I am going to stitch it down, but I do want my fabric to be glued down. I think it's a good idea to paint it on, because you know, the block printed cotton that I'm going to put on there is quite thin. It'll probably seep through. You have a bit of give with fabric too. You can kind of tug and pull it a little bit. Not too much, because then it will pull your paper. There we go. It's nice and smooth. And that's my cover for my little notebook. It's kind of soft. And I would probably have to Mod Podge that as well, because can I get the lid? Oh, will you stop jiggling about, you silly thing? There we are. Get over there. Okay, so that's my little cover. My little whatever it's going to be. And that's from Jarf's Medieval Bohemian Papers. So I'll just let that dry a minute. Now, Of course, we've got these painted papers that can become papers in my little notebook. So we won't put too many in. Ruler. So I need to tear it. Let's just put a mark in with a pencil, I think, because I could. Okay, once I do one, I can do all the rest. I won't do all of them. Oh, this one I'll have to do that way because I don't want my, what are they called, paisleys to go the wrong way. Well, first of all, let's get the width. So the width is about there, and I need to tear that off about, yeah. And I'm sure you can see, oh, I've just got to get the door. Okay, so I'm back and I'm ready to keep on doing this. So it's going to be very soft, but it will dry a little bit harder. Okay, so let's, I'm going to tear this one. So first I'm going to tear it down that way. You never know, I might need a long piece. And then that way, and then we'll do this one. Now this one, I might do this. I always use my original piece, because I always feel like if you start to use your next piece that you tore, you always start to get slightly bigger each time. So it's always a good idea, I think, to use the original one when you're using it as a template to size things. Okay. So these are some pages that are going to go in it.
This belt is stunning.
Yeah, I'm doing video, Lulu. Totally crooked. Just refold it, and then this one here. Very nice papers, aren't they? Oh, they're so pretty. I like those in there. Okay, and then what else? Well, let me see what I've got in. I don't think there's anything more in here. These are all like the cover sort of things. So I'll put that one aside. Put my fabric aside. We need to create some more pages. So let me just see what papers Jack has in here. And I may have to glue some pages together, so I'm just going to pull them out. So this kit is Medieval Bohemian Add-on Kit. Page bent. But I have a few pages left over. Okay, so let's see here. Don't want anything too thick. So I need to tear this one down. I think I might tear it over here. So let's just tear off the border. Now I know that it's white, so we might put some, we might glue some pattern paper or something on the other side, so it's not too thick. So what I might do is just flip it over, and I might put my markings on there. That's what I think is the best idea. Put a marking here. Well, actually, I can just tear down there. So we'll choose maybe 3 pages, probably not too many because this little notebook doesn't have the deepest spine. I love that one. Maybe we'll grab that one with the rose. Oh, I'm not using my original one. It's okay. So first we'll tear it down here. That one with the rose, and then we'll have something a bit more colourful, I think. Maybe that one or that one, this one. Yeah. So let's tear this off. Okay, so these are our pages. Now before I fold those, I'm going to, I'll put these back in the folder. And I'm going to glue, oh, I've got this tissue here. Why don't I glue that? And maybe a bit of pattern paper just so we've got some different colours. So we'll get some glue on here to make sure we get the glue everywhere. I didn't want to particularly stitch around these, so make sure I get the glue around the border as well. Okay. Now I don't want a piece that has, you know, like an exaggeration. Oh, that one's got a hole. Yeah. Okay. That's glued on there. I don't think that paper had a direction. That's why I glued it on upside down, if you're wondering about that. No, can go in any direction. Now, did I get enough glue on there? I did. Let's just make sure it's all glued down. So if you didn't glue it enough, you could stitch around the edges. Okay, that's that one. Now this one. Let's get glue everywhere. I'll get rid of that page. That page has been floating around forever. Oh, I could glue that on. No, it's shiny on the side. That side's got glue on it, and the other side is shiny, so I don't want to use that. Just make sure I get glue everywhere. look at that. It's not smooth at all. And of course you could add a couple of old book pages if you want to. Okay, oh, I've got to do this one. And this one I was thinking if I can find it. It's over here. Here it is. Maybe a piece of this. A new piece of paper. Just make sure I've got my glue right to the edges. And grab this and then just, maybe I'll go that way. Stick it on. I'm not even going to line it up right to the edge. I'm just going to trim it. Okay. So these are my pages ready to go on my little mini journal. And we'll alternate those with the painted pages. So what would I like to see? This is still very wet. When I open this, I think I'd like to see that one. And then the green. And then that one can go in the middle, that's more pale. Then that one. That one and this one. And when that's dry, they will go in there. Like so, and open. I want that one first. I don't think I might prefer this one. Let's just have a look. Yeah. Okay, now I need to get to the drawer where I've got all my little sparkly bits. Here we go. Some of these are going to go in here. That. So what I might do is stop the camera. I'm going to let that dry a little bit because it's very wet and I want to stitch around it. And then I'm just going to machine stitch this down in the center and then we can decorate it. That's what I'm going to do. So I'll come back at the decorating phase. I'll just let that dry for a minute and then I'll come back in about an hour. All right, so I'll see you soon. Bye guys, so I'm back. I've taken Lily into town to meet her friend and I've just stitched around this. It's still a little bit damp, but it's kind of dry now. And so I zigzagged around it and I just stitched my pages in. It's super cute. So now we're going to do a little bit of embellishing, I think. I don't think I'll put too many any pockets or anything like that in there because it's just a little notebook. But we'll put a few tabs and things, I think. So it's pretty cute. Very quick to whip up. Cute little gift. You could make a little pouch for it. Oh, yes. Why don't we do that? We might make a little pouch for it. We'll have a think. See how long it takes us. So I've got this here. This piece that was cut off something. That could be nice there. Maybe just a little bit of it. Now, do I have my tacky glue? Yes, because it's not too wet. And we're going to put a little tab. Oh, got a gooby bit. I thought it would be hotter outside. It's not. I think it's because it's not humid, so it's not too bad. I thought Lily would be feeling really hot, but there's a bit of a breeze. It's about 30 degrees. So we'll put that there. I think I need a bit more glue here. Oh, cute. And I love these. I don't think I want to, I don't want to put too much in here because it is just, as I said, a little notebook and you don't want to overdo it sort of thing. Just trying to see. I don't think we need to have a million pockets. Maybe let's just have a look at Jaff's kit here. So Boho Bazaar Volume 1 add-on. So let's just see if there's anything cute here that might go in. I don't know if I want to add any pockets or anything like that. So I put them in these little things so it's easy to sort of, you want something small or something like that you can sort of go through it. Easily find, and I don't know why those are without home. Love that. Oh, maybe I'll attach that there and trim it down. See, we'll glue it in there. Definitely crooked. There we go. We'll put that in there. Oh, no, trim off a bit more. I will tend to trim off a bit less than more. So that way I've got, like, I can always just trim off a little bit more, whereas you can't put it back on once you've cut it. If I can get the glue out. Pressing very hard. Just to make sure I've got it at the right height. Okay. So we've got a little pocket at the back. What else is floating around here? we'll put those there. Those are the leftover papers. I've also got these pretty things. I said I wasn't going to put too much in there, didn't I? I might put that there. I like that. I think that's going to be nice. I'll put the glue over here. Okay. So that's a little belly band. I'm just seeing this paper here near this. I love this trim. I've got one like that. Oh, I see, that's like that. Put that over there. I'm just going to put that on there to decorate it. I might just take those bits off. Because they kind of, you have to get the glue under them otherwise. Those little flaps. I'll just put this glue, I think that'll hold it. I think it goes well with the painted paper. And I might have it just sticking out a little bit. Oops, maybe too much. I need to cover that up. There. Cute. Okay, so that's kind of like that. And then I wanted to do maybe a couple of, I did cut that out, but that could just go in. I mean, you could put more pockets in with this kit, but I don't think I will. It's quite nice there. I think I'm going to put in some ruffles and things. And then, of course, Jarp has all these lovely tags that you could just back and put those in as well. Tags and journaling cards. Cute. So that, I probably do that to finish it off, but don't need to do that on the video. So we'll just put that all away, out of my way, because I want to make a couple of ruffles, I think. And I was wondering, I didn't put anything in the front. I think I might like to just, I might like to collage some of this onto there. For those of you who are new, I'm using this Giotto glue stick. It's Italian, and it's very good for gluing onto fabric. It's very strong. It's quite a good glue stick. It's my preferred glue stick. It did run out when we were in lockdown. See, I like that. It did run out, so then I had bought a whole lot of these ones, but I prefer that glue. Okay, so that's just going to be like that. And then I wanted to put a couple of ruffles, and then I think I'm done. So I might ruffle that. The piece, oh yeah, I might try and, oh, this is a bit narrow. This could go, well, let me try. I think it might be a bit narrow. It's going. It sort of just slips off to the side when it's not wide enough. But I only need a little bit. I got some. It's just a scrap. So, oh yeah, that's fine. And we don't even want that much. Where will I put it? Got that there. I might put it in the back section here. Maybe on this page about there, I think. So glue, where are you? In the rubbish basket. So a very quick little project, inspired by Indian fabrics. Probably not what you were expecting, but a bit of fun. So just to recap, because I'm nearly finished, I didn't do it on video. It was just literally stamping with the wooden, the carved wooden stamp blocks. And I just put paint on them with a sponge brush and then stamped on the paper as I imagine they would with the block prints on the fabrics. And that's a block print fabric, the one that I'm gluing down now. Okay, and then we need something else over here, maybe not on that page, this page. And what haven't we used? Got that paper. We've used that. Just having a think for a second. Could have a little bit of lace. There's no reason why we couldn't have lace. So let's see, what do I have here that would be nice. Peeking out the side. Too thick. Yep, I'm going to attach that there. I'll just use this glue. Make sure I put enough on. Maybe we'll have a little book page tab as well. And I'll just glue that. And we'll put that there. A ruffle there, and then we need to have something here. Let's see what else I've got in my, got pink. If we could have another ruffle, or maybe just a bit of that. That's too similar to the front, isn't it? When you first open it, you see that. So maybe I'll try and ruffle this a little bit. Just trim that bit off. I didn't ruffle it, and do I want to put it there maybe? The top. Yeah, I think I'll put it on this side. And I want to use the other glue, I think. just grab some glue down there because I didn't put enough on. And there we go. So that is my little project inspired by Indian fabric. So my first thing I did was I had these block prints. So I just put paint on them and printed them. So here I went down and then I went sort of halfway for the next row. If you know what I mean. You can see it better here. So I stamped all of those down and then did those. And then I came back and filled in the gaps. I did the same with that one. This one, I put them next to each other. I did them in rows because the block print is this bit here. And so I don't know how they're meant to go. That's just how I did it. I think they're really cute. And they'd be really cute to use in collaging backgrounds as well. But anyway, that was what I was going to be using them to make backgrounds. But then when I pulled out Jeff's kit, I saw this cute little cover. I will Mod Podge it, I think, because it's just printed with an inkjet printer. And it is only printed on it's only 120 GSM. I probably, what I would redo in hindsight is I would, in between this fabric and the cheesecloth, I would put another piece of cardstock, I think, to make it strong. But it is only meant to be a little notebook, so it doesn't have to be too strong. We've got a little tuck in there, the painted papers, the printed papers that have been backed. I've got some tabs, kind of tabs, and then ruffles, and there you have it. So simple little project, but fun and quick. And it could, I mean, of course you could do a lot more, but that's all I'm doing for now. And if you had a big journal, it could fit in there. Otherwise it can be like a little standalone. Oh, I thought we might make a pouch for it. However, the fabric that I got is not very strong. Just let me have a think about it. If I were to make a pouch for it, what would I do? See, this is very flimsy to stitch. Because it's thin and sheer. No, I don't think I'll make it. No point in making a bag for it. So there you have it. That's my project. I've changed my mind again, and I will be back tomorrow. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. You know, I do, and as you've seen, I make quite a few of these little books. They're quite fun to make, and it was certainly fun printing the paper as well. So hope you enjoyed that and gave you some inspiration somewhere, somehow. Maybe not, don't know. And I will see you again tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Bye.